180!
He became a world champion by beating Simon Whitlock at the Lakeside. That was back in 2008. Now they have met 8 times since then, with the same winner in every one, and that is the Australian.
45. $140.
Well, we all say that, you know, the Premier League sometimes can mess a player up. And, you know, it may not have done, but certainly since the Premier League, Webby just lost a bit of form.
140.
You know, that Premier League does hurt some people. It makes some players grow in stature. But certainly Webby, since the Premier League, has not been at the top of his form. And I know it's frustrating for him as well, because
83.
you know, they think he's so close to being there, and sometimes, you know, something will click, a game will click, and you'll go, what was I worrying about? Because it is the worrying about it that keeps you down there.
No worries there for Mark Webster with the first 180 of the game.
You require 138. Mark, you require 136.
Well, it would be some finish. He did have a couple of ton pluses in his first round game against Jihan Artuk. Not going to happen here. Not in this leg at any rate.
60.
Simon Whitlock is back.
Simon, you require 58.
2 darts, a double top, you would think, for a 1-0 lead, and to hold his throw.
18.
Wow,
Mark, you require
a chance
76.
now for Mark Webster.
Well, this could be damaging for Simon Whitlock if Mark can take this out, the 16. Now he's going to have the darts at double top, or a dart at double top, and double top. He hits. We see Michael Van Gerwen in the earlier game against Ross Smith take out them darts, them shots when Ross Smith had darts at a double. And that's what Webster's done. And Webster now will be thinking, do you know what? Yeah, I'm up for this. Doubles are good, checkouts are good.
Well, first leg hits a 180, takes out 76,
58.
15 darter, breaker throw. Might be having a shave halfway through this game if that carries on.
Well, that would
100.
be something.
Finds the trouble with his last one. Needed it.
$60.
Lovely dart there from Mark Webster, and there's another one.
Well, he's got a big chance here to take a 2-0 lead. May get 9 darts from 220. It's a 180. He might only need 4. He's got to be careful of the deflection here.
140.
Well, how we got that dart through, I'll never know, but a little bit of extra power. And what a great shot that was.
Just sheer force of will that propelled that through the middle
86.
of the other two, I think.
Mark, you require 80.
Well, Webby took out a 76 in the first leg. Should give himself a chance at double top here. It's a forest of darts he's got to get through. Going round the side, and very accomplished stuff. Mark Webster. Be very, very happy with the way this has started.
128.
Well, he said, as you mentioned earlier on, his game against Artur, that, you know, he took out shots when needed to, and that's exactly what he's doing here.
140.
76 and 80. That's all Van Gerwen did as well, and got in front of Ross Smith.
43.
Yeah, really strong stuff. 140 to start this leg. You can keep this kind of level up. This will be right up there with the best performances Webby has had in a number of months. We are very early days here, though. And Simon Whitlock did take a little bit of time to get going in his first round win. That was a 6-1 over Darren Johnson. And this is more like it.
140.
Done 40.
Well, Mark's only got to hold his throne now. That will be a really good win. As you see, his record
60.
against Simon has not been too good of late. It could be a game like this, if he goes on and wins it, that all of a sudden jumps him up and gets his form back.
And 70 left. Simon looking for treble 18 for double 8. Webby a long way back here. Winner of this one will face Andy Hamilton, a 6-4 winner over Adrian Lewis earlier on.
58. Simon, you require 52.
A hammer. A typically gritty performance from him. Telling me afterwards a mosquito
36.
bite on his eyelid. Bit of a distraction for him. He could still see out of his eye. It was certainly a bit of an annoyance as Webby sticks a couple in the treble 20. 66 left. Treble 10 or bullseye.
131. Simon, you
I
require
assume that was for
16.
bullseye. I think it's flown out of his hand, but didn't matter anyway because Simon Whitlock steps in for double 8 to get a first leg on the board.
Game on.
Yeah, I see Andy Hamilton as he walked out, and his eye looks quite painful, to be quite honest. Not a nice place to
55.
get a bite. And Aid, like you said, Aid, he had one on his hand as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did. And usually it is a good omen when he's being bitten by insects.
137.
Didn't work out for him tonight.
Oh, we see that angle, we see that in the treble, we see that one in the treble. All three.
180.
Second 180 for Mark Webster.
Webby might say to the cameraman, can you give me that angle? It's a lucky angle for me.
100.
Webby's obviously got this beard thing going on until he decides he's returned to form and gives it a shave. Sportsmen are notoriously
59.
superstitious. Do you have any superstitions when you were a player, Rod?
Yeah, I always used to look over the right-hand shoulder of the player, and if he hit a treble, I used to move, so I was looking over the left-hand side. Crazy, I know.
100.
And the one I shouldn't really admit to is I always used the first urinal on the right when I walked in the toilet.
Even if somebody else was there?
Yeah. Jeff Stelling pulled me on TV once about it. Thanks very much, Jeff.
139. So you require 164.
Silly things, but I think everybody has them.
69.
Oh.
Mark, you require 68.
A chance here for a 3-1 lead.
Great dart.
Double 10, double 5. Big dart this is for Webby. Oh, and it's a long way off.
Simon, you require
Just pulled it a little
95.
bit. And this would hurt if Simon Whitlock takes this out.
Oh. It's going to be bullseye for Simon Whitlock and hasn't got much to aim at, and that is one of the
70.
problems. Depends where
Mark,
that
you
25
require
goes.
5.
It can either make your life a lot easier or a lot harder when you need the ball. Mark Webster, bang, in the single one. Looking now at double 2 for a 3-1 lead, and there it is. Mark Webster holds his throat.
Fifth leg Simon to throw.
Well, he's halfway from home. A win against Simon would be, I know Mark is a top player, but when you're on a
60.
little bit of a downer, you need these little bits of run, against the players that are on form at the moment. It just brings your confidence up, and that's all that Mark's lacking. Is that confidence. The same with a lot of the players, because we're around them all the time, we see what they're going through, and
55.
that confidence thing, it is just a little bit of the difference between playing brilliant and playing mediocre.
Yeah, I think, having spoken to Webby briefly early on,
140.
you do get the feeling it'd just take anything. Anything. A win's a win. Particularly against the player of Simon's calibre. You know, it'd be great to recapture his old form and smacking 100 average. And you know, he's in the 90s at the minute. It's not dominating, but it's still probably better than he's produced on a regular basis, at any rate, for the last few months.
93.
Well, in the Premier League, you know, his one win was against Adrian Lewis with, I think, was just on 110 average. You know, and he said, where does that come from? Well, I can't play well the other weeks as he fires in another 180. But sometimes you rock up and everything works for you. You know, that's just, you know, you kind of have to try and accept it sometimes that it just happens.
Well, Simon Whitlock
41.
has problems here. He's left himself a finish, but it's a massive one, and Mark Webster may well have 6 darts for 186. 1 treble would be good, 2 trebles would be fantastic.
100.
It's just the one, but it's still a 2-dart finish he's on. And Whitlock, well, he's not going to pull this off.
139.
He took out that 76 in the first leg, took out 80 in the second. Massive shot this is for Webster. He's going to get 2 at double 16. This is massive dart for him. Oh, 54. And they were close. They were right on the wire. You can see he's thinking, oh, how come that didn't go in? And this is to get Simon Whitlock back in the game. He's having to come down with them 7s. They're not the best double on the dartboard. 1 dart left for Whitlock.
21.
Mark Webster has yet another chance. A 4-1 lead. Simon Whitlock has obligingly missed some doubles to afford him another chance at that double 16. It's 4 darts he's had it in now, and all 4 have landed outside, and this one goes inside. And Mark Webster spurns a glorious opportunity. Will Simon Whitlock gift him another 3 for double 2?
Game charge in the 5th leg.
Shuts the door.
Simon Whitlock.
And the opportunity for that leg is gone.
To throw first.
But he doesn't have to panic because that was on Simon Whitlock's throw. He's still got his throw, holds on to it. He still can't be beaten. But he would have liked to. I mean, when he hit the 54, the treble 18, them 2 darts were right 92. On the wire. I mean, you know, millimetres away from going in. And that's where that little bit of luck is what's needed.
Yeah, you could perhaps excuse in those 2. They were throwing well, but then to get another 3 at it and spurn that opportunity. Talk about a golden opportunity. They don't come much more golden than that. But he still leads.
60.
But maybe not for long, because Simon Whitlock, having started off with a 140, he's looking to apply some pressure to his Welsh opponent.
100.
Do you think several years down the line that, you know, and bearing in mind that he's already made other major finals and won one of them, Simon Whitlock still hurts losing to Mark Webster, Lakeside final?
I don't think so. I think that's well and truly gone. You know, you have to move on. You can't keep dwelling on, you know, past losses. I mean, you know, whoever loses today, that'll hurt them tonight. You get up tomorrow morning, it ain't so bad. But you're losing so many games because you're playing so many games of darts. So it is easy. It isn't like a boxer that gets a good hide and then never comes back from it. You know, they're playing so many games of darts, and there's only one winner at a tournament, so everybody else loses.
34.
So no, it shouldn't worry.
150.
Webby looking to set it up, but Simon Whitlock is sat waiting on a double for a break of throw and to level the match at 3-all.
Simon, you require 36.
Oh, crossing over to double 9 and nails it. Last dart in hand. Simon Whitlock is back on level terms. A break of throw, and now Webby surely can't help but look back and think of those chances to go 4-1 up.
Yeah, leg 5 darts at the double 16. They were
100.
to go 4-1 up. That is a big, big difference to what it is now.
123.
His scoring hasn't been bad. He's hit 3 180s mark, Webster, already. Looked like he was going to have another. Simon Whitlock hasn't managed to a maximum of his own. Maybe this is the time, and there it is.
180.
Sometimes the only difference between top players is that little bit of confidence, a little bit of luck. See, Whitlock stepped up his first 9 dart average. Not a lot to between their overall average.
No, not a great deal between them at all, but Simon Whitlock is in the ascendancy. He's won the last 2 legs. He's in a great position here.
93. $100. Simon, you require 128.
Well, since Simon got let off in that leg, he seems to have stepped it up a little bit, and he's back in the treble now. He wants double 4.
120.
Mark still not on the shot, at least 6 darts away.
Oh, it's a lovely way of making a hole in it. Still room for another one in there.
100. Simon, you require
Just the ton.
8.
Simon Whitlock looking at double 4 to take the lead for the first time in the match, and there it is, 4-3 to the Australian.
8th leg mark to throw first. Game on.
Three legs on the spin for Simon Whitlock here. What has Mark Webster got to try and arrest this slide? To find something, any kind of obstacle to throw in the way of the big Aussie. You can see
96.
he's being outscored in the early part of the game. Despite the fact that he's hit 3 180s. So he's won 3 1 pluses.
100.
Yeah, there's not a lot in it really. If you take the 2 180s that Webby's up and 3 140s that Simon's up,
95.
not a lot in it at all. You just get that one leg that happened, and I think when you're on a downer and you let someone off,
100.
that definitely hurts you more than, say, it would do for Simon if he let someone off, because Simon or Van Gerwen or Phil, because they're playing so well at the moment, that they accept that they're going to do that.
100.
Shrug it off and move on.
Yeah, but when you're on a bit of a downer, like Mark is at the moment, you know, his confidence a little bit down, that obviously hurts you a lot more. You think, well, why did I couldn't have hit that? I'd have been in command. I could have been walking off by now. And it's human nature.
55.
You know, it's just everyone goes through it.
Just 55 from Webby there. Means that Simon Whitlock has a chance. It doesn't look like he's going to capitalise on it. Yeah, only 60 himself.
Mark, you require 146.
These guys are neck and neck in this leg, and this is a crucial one. Webby, he doesn't want to put himself in a position where he's got to win the last 3 legs in the spin to take this game. He offs a 66, treble 10 or bullseye. Last time he had this one,
122. Simon, you require 150.
Well, he's left him double 12.
Fair enough.
He deliberately did that. Likes the double 12. He's going to get 3 darts at it as well
65.
to level it up.
Mark, you require 24.
Big darts this is for Webby. He wants to just put it in the first dart.
No
You
score.
know, that's the difference between him and Simon. You know,
Simon,
his
you require
confidence
85.
is a little bit shot at the moment, and he's walking off there thinking, I can't believe that I've let him off again, and it wouldn't surprise me if Simon takes this out.
There's going to be a shot at the ball. Simon Whitlock and a 5-3 lead, and there it is.
Charge in the A flag.
5-3 to Simon Whitlock. Once again, Mark Webster is made to pay for missing doubles. 3 at double 12. And let's be honest, they weren't that close.
No. You know, you kind of can see it happening at times, Dan, you know, and that's the only bit of difference. That's that little spike
59.
of confidence between these two players. You know, Webby has scored as well as Simon for the whole match, if not scored better than him. But, you know, Webby on doubles is, you know, just doubting himself a little bit. Instead of saying go in, he's saying please go
60.
in. And there is a big difference to a pro dart player. And, you know, you kind of just knew that Simon would walk up and go, thank you very much, I'm going to nick it again. Because when you're on a high, that's what you do, like Van Gerwen did against Ross Smith. Phil Taylor does it all the time. You know, and that is the small difference between the players that are in the top 4, top 8 to the players that have 9 to 16.
Mark Webster just taking a moment. He's already away behind Whitlock, but that will reduce the arrears a little bit. Simon Whitlock now wants this done and dusted. And 180 for Whitlock, his second of the match. The end may be rapidly approaching for Mark Webster.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. You know, a good win here would have
60.
really set Mark up to get his confidence and his form back. I don't think his form is that far away, to be quite honest. When you look at the game and overall game, it is only 2 legs where he threw at doubles first. You know, so if he'd have hit them,
81.
especially that early leg when he had 5, he'd have probably been walking off winning by now and, you know, as happy as anything. But that's just the way the game is. You know, I keep saying there's no sympathy in the game. The bloke you're playing ain't going to go, all right, because you have a few more, I'll give you, you know, I'll give you the leg. That ain't going to happen.
100.
They bury it if they can.
Yeah, well, Simon Whitlock looking to bury Mark Webster here. 15, 2 darts at double 16. We'll move across to double 8 for a 6-3 win, and Simon Whitlock completes the 3rd round lineup. A 6-3 victor. But this all turned in the 5th leg. Until then, Mark Webster had hit 3 180s. And he had darts, 5 of them in fact, to go 4-1 up. It didn't happen for him. Simon Whitlock has taken full advantage.
180!